Hello, today's devotional can be found in 3 Nephi chapter 13, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and thieves break through and steal. Okay, so temporal treasures consist of gold, silver, toys, power, prestige, popularity, all that stuff that unfortunately a lot of us tend to seek after, and sometimes we forget that there's more to this life and the next life than all that temporal crap. Because when we die, we can't take any of that stuff with us. We can't, we can have it buried with us, but honestly, there's no point. Because it'll just rust and fade and disintegrate, and the moths will eat at it. And it's like, why take all that temporal stuff with you? And why worry about that temporal stuff? Yes, there's nothing wrong with being wealthy, but you shouldn't be selfish with your wealth, nor should you be selfless. You need to come to a balance. But what you can do in order to leave a legacy behind that will be remembered by both people and by God. Because if all that's left behind is money and toys and prestige, money can be stolen and drained away. Toys can rust and fall into disrepair and eventually stop functioning. And prestige can just fade away with time as people forget. That's why you need to be selfless. You need to leave a legacy of selflessness and kindness. And leave things behind that people will remember. Because if you leave such a legacy, if you do things for the betterment of mankind, even if it's just starting with one person at a time, people are more likely to remember you. And they're more likely to work to preserve your memory. If you're just into toys and power and prestige and money, though, honestly, it's pointless to worship treasure, because treasure goes away with time. Toys rust, they fade, they fall apart, they break. Prestige disappears the moment that somebody else does something supposedly better than you. So temporal treasures are not important. They're nice to have, but they're not essential to survival. In fact, an overabundance of worldly treasures may lead to a person's physical and spiritual downfall faster than anything else. Because with treasures comes the pressure to live up to the temporal prestige you have built. And that may lead to making poor choices, and the poor choices slowly kill you spiritually. And you get so far down that you're trapped by your choice and that you can't really do anything else. The atonement's there, but you don't see it because you're so trapped by your choices. But it's good that there is a spirit prison. It's more like a classroom. those who are burdened so much by the world and by their choices can, in effect, come to the spiritual prison and learn about the things that they were better off having than being burdened by temporal treasure. Because we need to be careful about temporal treasure, because, like toys, rusting and corrupting, temporal treasure can corrupt us if we do not use it wisely. And we need to remember that the treasures that matter aren't temporal. Because without the atonement, we wouldn't be able to seek after the eternal treasures. We would be stuck just relying on the temporal treasures, but there's so much more to life than temporal treasures. Thanks for the atonement. And with that said, I love you all so very much. And I say these things humbly in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.